Wait. Before you dislike this video because you love home animations that much, please let me explain myself. I chose that special title for a reason. Because in the internet I read a lot of comments about how bad home animations is and how Gerand has risen. But in this video I want to analyze if that's really true and why. So I will divide this video in 3 parts. The first will be how I started watching Gerand and home animations. The second part will be comparing these two YouTubers. And in the third part I'm actually going to protect home animations and why he's actually overhated. The official start of what also, would it be fine if I'm going to call home animations just HOMA, to not sound like an idiot? However, I just kept watching. I noticed Gerand's content, but at that time, let's be honest, the quality of Gerand's videos weren't on the same level as home animations. And I couldn't get used to that art style of Gerand. I liked these clearly defined shapes and the clean animations, and less the more organic and comic-like movements of Gerand's tanks. And there is a funny side story, because many years ago, Homa and I had to do something with each other.
Было, опять это было, тоже было, не было. Wow.
I actually participated at Homa's competition of Ratte's Labyrinth of Death. If you don't know what that was like a little competition where Homa needed some more ideas for enemies of Ratte. And I also submitted something, and it actually made it to the episodes. I must say that I was realizing that Gerand's episodes also could grab my attention, so at a certain time I watched both. That was like around the time at the end of season 3 of Gerand or something like that. You know, the famous scene where Leviathan teleports KV-44 away, which was really sad. I also kept watching Homa till the point with the war in front of Moscow, you know, with that Car 44 in Homa's universe. For me that was like the absolute peak. And then I lost like interest a bit, because in my view Homa just kept repeating himself, like new monsters were created which then would destroy each other, while Gerand developed his storytelling very much. And also his animation, his team grew bigger and bigger. To be honest, at the time where the techno tanks were introduced, this was for me like the death sentence of Homa. So that's the little love story between me and Homa. But now I want to look at why I lost interest in Homa. So in my view, what the main differences are. Let's talk about the animation. If we look at Homa's videos nowadays, they have pretty good quality. It seems like that the tanks are moving more dynamically, and also the applied damages to the tanks is fine. Like I said, the movements are fine. It's just everything fine with the animation. So, and how do these videos look like in comparison with Gerand? And even though I like Homa, I just have to say that Gerand is just on a higher level. Not only are the movements of the tanks at least on the same level, but also the lighting has been improved, in general the background, and also the 3D passages. So Gerand uses way more factors to fresh up the scene. There is of course also potential for improvements, and it's maybe unfair to compare Homa with Gerand, because Gerand has clearly a bigger team that helps him animating all these videos. I don't know with how many people he works with and with how many people Homa works with. Even though it's a bit an unfair comparison, I must say that Gerand is here clearly the better choice. And also, talking to the action, that's one of the things that I think Homa has improved the most over the years. So while the old videos were sometimes really repetitive, he manages to design the combats in a unique way, I must say. I have a pretty unpopular opinion. So Gerand does like the same thing. Gerand tries to use more perspectives, which is a big difference to HOMA. HOMA like never uses that, like perspectives of the front or from behind. But I have the feeling that the combats in Gerand's videos don't last as long as the combats in HOMA's videos. For example, that fight with that new AB6 techno version versus like some other monsters. Like the fight lasts really long, like so you get your action that you want, but also it risks that the fight gets a bit exhausting or lame. While Gerand tries like to cut between, for example, the fights between the big monsters and the little monsters. So even though that gives definitely more impact, I have to say that I wished that the fights would last longer, or that the camera would focus more on the interesting fight. Because some fights are sadly a bit too short. So it depends a bit what action style you prefer. I think on a cinematic view, Gerand's fights are more fleshed out. I would give Gerand also the point, because the combats of HOMA's videos are sometimes that long, it can get exhausting. And now the last thing, and maybe the most important thing, the storytelling. Storytelling is something that HOMA doesn't really do very well. The story just goes on with random stuff, like randomness, bringing old characters back, side quest. Like there was an arc that I found very interesting where they connected some storylines, the storyline with that nuked world, with that big tank fortress. So that was nice storytelling, but like with character development. For example, just let's compare these two videos.
Я сдерживал его. Сколько мог. Я выполнил приказ.
КВ, стой! Не вздумай! Ты ему ничего не сделаешь! Ты должен выжить! Садись сейчас в мой костюм и езжай к реке! Все по нашему плану!
На 35 нет, пожалуйста!
Умоляю, прости меня, КВ! Я поступил так безответственно! Я не должен был тебя оставлять! КВ, запомни, пожалуйста, одно! Не позволяй жестоким танкам побеждать тебя в этой жизни! Нет, не в бою, а в душе. Тот день Б2 победил меня. Хоть я и выжил, он убил во мне всю мою сущность. И я стал настоящим монстром, которого гнев пропитал до глубины души.
But when we are already talking about Gerand's storytelling, something which is maybe an important point why I switched from HOMA to Gerand. Like there are some characters which are very charismatic, like Pike or Großsturmann. The two other categories, like animation and the action design, is also very important. But the storytelling is clearly something that's the main reason why people watch more and more Gerand and less HOMA. I'm going to speak out a really hot take, which might be I'll take, I don't know. HOMA, his videos aren't bad. They aren't just better than the videos he used to make. I think the main problem of him is that his videos aren't evolving. If you watch like an old homeanimations video, not very old animation, like videos 2 or 3 years ago, and videos he does now, like, do you see a difference from like the animation style, camera movements? Not that much. But when you start to do that with Gerand his videos, oh boy, you nearly think that these are two different channels. The Gerand's videos are getting better and better, and his team is getting bigger and bigger. HOMA's quality got stuck. But that's not a bad thing. HOMA does a similar thing like the other videos he used to make. All the viewers are just exhausted of the storytelling and switched But Homer's videos are still getting a lot of views, like, I mean, 500k with each videos, or sometimes surpassing 1 million. So, to be honest, if Homer just keeps doing that, yeah, maybe his old followers will leave him or will watch his videos less, but he gets more subscribers, his views are getting the same. So he's like doing everything right. Like, why spending so much more time and try to change your whole content just for the slight chance that this would impact your channel just a bit with more views? But still, what I see as a big problem are like the techno demons. They are around for a long time, and it seems like that the villains are just creating more villains, resurrecting more old characters. That can be a bit annoying. So what I think what Homer could improve is to open a new arc, like a new world where the tanks from Earth have a new ally, or something new or fresh, and not just two sides which fight against each other. So yeah, my first essay video. I know it was maybe not the most exciting and interesting video, but I just wanted to tell my thoughts. I plan to do more essay videos and to make them better, like to structure the points I want to say more, but I think for a first video, that's enough. I hope you liked the video. Please write in the comments how I could improve, and we see us next time. Have a great day.